Hey, Carp Anglers, James Sanders here.
Tom Pearson. Hey guys, doing tonight?
Great. That is my warrior call music.
Your warrior call. So when that song, when you hear that, where do you go?
Oh, let me tell you. No, yeah. But man, I felt like I ran around with my head cut off. I had a little bit of truck problem on the way here.
And then I seen it again when I was like, hey, you can't park there.
Yeah. Did you see what happened?
Yeah.
My truck wouldn't start.
Yeah.
But I got this little cable box. No, not box. It's like a charger box. And you just plug it up to my batteries. Boom.
Start it right up.
Heck yeah. And that thing's bad. I love that thing now. I think what it is my jumper cables needs to be clean. I need to clean my jumper cables.
Pour your old can of Coke on there.
Yeah.
It will. It eat that stuff right off.
Moonshine on it. Get the.
Now moonshine will do it. You need the acid from the Coke, the Coca-Cola. Pour that on there and eat all.
Save the moonshine.
Yeah. Drink the moonshine.
Save the moonshine.
Pour the chaser on the battery.
All right, man. Wow.
Yep. Like I said, shout out to all the sponsors. Everybody that helps us out, especially Michael Thornburg. Like I said, we appreciate him. He does a lot for us.
Bottom feeder baits.
Yep. That guy James. He's a good guy.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. You just gotta get to know him. You know what I mean?
Man, hectic.
You had a busy week.
Yeah, actually I have. It's been busy, hectic. I'm starting to get some customers calling for at least on bottom feeder baits. Yes, and I have no product. I mean, I'm behind.
Yeah.
I'm being lazy.
So what are you saying? Is it a drought?
Yeah.
It's a drought on the bottom feeder baits.
People are asking for rice, and it's ain't rice season yet.
Yeah, but a lot of people it don't have to be. There's a lot of newer people that's coming into fishing too, and it's easy to throw rice. You know what I mean? That's what a lot of people are like, oh, I put too much moisture in my chow and now it's ruined, or or they're like they don't know how to put the right amount to where it actually fluffs up and packs.
A lot of times, people ask me how when you mix your stuff and all that stuff, and I tell you, like, number one thing I always tell them too, you can't really go wrong. Just put 1 can of cream or whole corn in the bag product. Add whatever kind of flavor you want, because each lake's different in my opinion.
You talking about as far as bottom feeders?
Yeah. And then
I use bottom feeders as a cutter.
Yeah, and then also
one tube of oats.
Yeah,
and then a half a bag of carp cocaine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I said if you put too much liquid in it, or lake water or whatever, get some panko. And it actually,
if you put too much in there, obviously it's going to cause it to lock up, but then get you some dry panko, and that panko is going to fluff it up and push it right apart.
But wow, man.
March Madness.
Oh my gosh, that thing is like.
I knew it was
sold out.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be sold out.
Okay.
I didn't know it was going to be this,
I've been hearing a lot of negativity.
I mean, I can't complain. I got in. I seen it in time. I got in.
There's a lot of. I'm not gonna say crybabies.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna,
But I ain't gonna say crybabies either, because a lot of them have a lot of.
I tell you, it's basically concern. That's not.
There's a lot of good valid points on what everybody
Tell me about
was saying.
Valid points. I don't like to hear this.
Well, I'm just saying, so there could have been a little bit more better warning for everybody else. But I see where Phil's coming from too.
And I'm not knocking Phil. He's one of our teammates.
Well, I'm not even. Besides him being a teammate, I'm just saying. As him running.
Well, you got Ron Matthews. You got Phil. Rob Stout?
It's all about people he didn't want people to be driving from out of town.
Okay.
And then, drive 2.5, 3 hours and then get here and not even know that we're only taking 100 people because they're 56 years old and don't even have Facebook. You know what I'm saying?
Think of that lake or that pond, whatever you want to say.
Hubbard's?
Having 100 people in. Do you think that's way too much? You think that's stressful?
No, it it could possibly hold more. I know it can hold more because we fished.
Well, I'm talking about stress on the fishing.
Always.
Yeah, too much anglers on it, you know.
Always. It don't matter.
But right now, it's all about the money.
It's always all about the money.
Okay, well, that's it.
All the tournaments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Some people.
Do you guys do hardware?
What do you mean?
The trophies.
Yeah, there's always a first place trophy.
Just one first place trophy? No second place?
Oh, yeah, there's second all the way to third.
Okay.
Like medallions and stuff.
I don't do Pelex, so I didn't know.
No, it ain't no different than, you know, yeah. I mean, it ain't no different than how they do it in the wild.
Right.
It's just, you know what I mean? See, that's why I really don't understand, you know, how people, I understand why people want to say, we don't want you to take these carp out of the rivers and, you know, where they're swimming freely and put them in this pond, you know what I'm saying? When, you know, this is how you grew up over here, you know, whoever your mid-tour was taught you that this is wild water fishing, not this is pay lake fishing.
Right.
But this guy over here, which could be my father, you know what I'm saying, was a pay lake fisherman, so I grew up pay lake fishing, you know what I mean? So I'm supposed to be looked down upon because...
you're scum.
Yeah, I'm scum because my dad was a pay lake fisherman, you know what I mean?
My dad after that dad.
But look how much I've learned and I've evolved over the years, though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I used to kick fish. I used to kick fish back in the water. You know what I mean?
Young over percent.
And then now, you know, it's all about carp care, protecting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Helping, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit.
Yeah, we are, but
it's a good topic.
It is a good topic, but I got one thing to say, and then we'll probably get to it.
Don't hurt my feelings.
No,
it's still at the beginning of this.
No, it's good. I think you're gonna win it. This turn's yours.
Man,
you're a great carp angler.
It's anybody's game.
It is.
It's gonna be 50-something degrees. It's gonna be anybody's game.
My thing is, they just brings out this 2 hour before. Hey. We're going
2 hours after. It was a couple of, we're talking about the post that came out?
Yes.
Yeah, it came out.
They should wait till next year.
No, they should know.
They should give people plenty of warning time. Hey, it's going to happen right this time. Because a lot of people, like I was reading a lot of these comments, and a lot of people say, "Oh my God!"
Too.
Some people don't get on Facebook. Some people don't do this. What do you mean? There's probably people coming from out of town coming.
But that's what he's saying, though. You know, he's trying to stop. You know, he's trying to stop that and prevent that from happening because it happened last year.
They should give him like a good week and a half warning.
I mean, this is you live and you learn. You're gonna be right. You're gonna be right or wrong no matter how you do things.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
you can't make everybody happy.
Phil made a decision, you know what I'm saying, which I think it's a lot cooler because it has its ups and it has its downs.
Everybody all together that's in charge of that.
But next year,
such as Phil.
Me personally, this is how I would do it.
Yeah.
Here's the sign-up sheet. If 160 people sign up, 60 people ain't fishing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put 160 tips in a bucket. And we're gonna whatever number you sign up on, that's the number you're gonna be.
Right.
And if we pull 15 out and I'm 15, then I got in.
Yeah.
But if my number don't get pulled, I don't get in.
I see you're in.
Yeah, I got in there all the time.
Yeah, you paid a lot of money to get in.
Yeah, it cost me $200, man. No, I'm just joking. Nah, but I just happened to see it. You know what I mean? I seen it, and you know what I mean. I got me.
That's what I'm saying. But that's my whole thing about it. Everything else is cool. I just wish they kind of gave a good, at least a week or two ahead of notice, and they should have started next year. Hey, this is what we'll do next year.
Whether I mean, you know, like I said, it's going to be a learning curve because
we're probably going to get in trouble for something.
I'm
just trying to make this.
We're getting a way bigger buzz on the tournament so far out this year. You know what I'm saying? And towards the end of the last year because there's so many new people coming into carp fishing.
Yeah.
And it's changing everything. It's making it harder for the guys that have been fishing these for year after year, and then boom, next thing you know, you got 30 new people that's coming into fishing.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
So.
I'm just trying to stir the pot like you are a little bit.
I mean, that's not stirring the pot. I mean, I just think it's facts.
Yeah. So they should. You're right.
It's everything.
They should have waited till next year.
What do you mean? There is no waiting until next year because the tournament has to happen this year.
I'm talking about the announcement.
Me personally.
That's it.
With it being so close, I probably would have left it alone. and first come, first serve. And then next year, we're gonna do a draw.
Right. That's what I would do. But I guess we're wasting time. We got to talk.
But
the Carp Commando.
Well, like I said though, you know what I'm saying. No matter what Phil does, he, you know.
Oh, they always do a great job.
It's gonna be right, and it's gonna be wrong in a lot of people's eyes.
Yeah, they're always on the point.
You can't make everyone happy.
We're running a good organized tournament. They really are. The money situation, the way they're doing it and organizing, and they can give you a good old list of everything.
There's always a good breakdown.
Yeah, a good breakdown, exactly. And
you
stuff in the past, and you can't question
numbers don't lie. If there's 60 people, and it costs $100 to get in, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know what it is. $6,000. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so you ready to talk to Brandon?
Yeah, but it's always about the money, though.
It is about the money.
It is. I mean, not for Phil's not making anything off of it.
No.
You know, the only thing if he's gonna make money, it's gonna be because he fished his heart out just like everybody else that goes out there. But you gotta think though, some people go out there and just lollygag around and fish the tournament. You know,
and I see that too.
And then you got people, you just got people that stand on their shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they're standing on their rods. You're going through maybe 3 pounds of trout. They're over here going through 8 and 9. You know what I mean? So there's a big difference.
Well, heck yeah, Keith Myers. I'm glad you got that 30-pound grassy.
Kenneth,
sorry. I am actually getting my glasses. I'm gonna get glasses here soon.
Yeah, he said you said you're gonna get some new glasses.
I'm getting some glasses, I guess, here soon.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, how are you doing?
I'm getting new eyes.
No, but
he said his son got a 30-pound grassy.
Nice.
On carp cocaine.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, bro. That's it. I just provide the product. It's actually the anglers are the ones that's the champions.
Yeah.
They're the ones that's actually getting it. Because it's their skill set. I just try to give them a great product.
Give them something to use.
Yeah. So I'm glad. Thanks. That's awesome. Congratulations on that. So, well, man, I tell you. Oh, we got one of our teammates.
Yeah, I know, Brian, man. But like you said, we can't make everybody happy.
What I found wrong with
and we just can't make everybody happy, bro. It would have been wrong no matter how he did it. Is how I look at it. You know what I mean? And I'm, that's my teammate. I'm always gonna stand behind him.
Yeah.
Whether he's right or wrong. But I don't really feel like he's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gave a good, everybody had the same equal opportunity. It was up for, I think the post, he made a post before he even made the post.
Yeah.
It was up for a couple hours, so people, people had plenty of time to call their friends and all that,
right.
You know what I'm saying? In order for,
Is that like freshly shaved?
It's sort of, kind of. I'm
never really felt that bald head before.
No, you haven't. Well, I hope you don't.
That's all good. But yeah. Okay. Well, hell, man, let's get Brandon on the phone, dude.
Nah, I don't think.
We'll probably we could probably get back on that subject again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. Brandon.
We're gonna give him a call.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the sponsors, man.
Yes.
Shout out to my sponsor, Joe Lutz.
Joe Lutz.
Yeah, man.
That's another.
I'd
that's one where I'd see a little.
I wouldn't. No, we would have to
RW.
have. No, it'd be RW one on, and that's what we do need those up here. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna talk to him.
No.
He just hit me up yesterday. And
what did he say? Say hi.
Huh?
Did you say hi? He just hit you up.
Yeah. Well, he said my package was on the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was it.
Huh?
Is that it? How many bottles do you get from him? Like.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Okay. All right. You got some of that.
I just know with the chili meat, they didn't have my size hoodie, and I tried to
get a hoodie from them too.
Huh? Yeah. I'm R&W. I always love R&W. Yeah. But I tried to get a hoodie and they didn't have my size. He's like, just give me your address and I'll send it to you.
It's got some money. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but it ain't about that. I tried to give the man money. He said He said my money was no good. But you can't, couldn't ask for a better sponsor.
Oh yeah,
or a
it's a
better
great
guy.
product. That R&W's been around for years, even before Joe Lutz and I forget what was the owner of that. Dang, that's some donkey. Man,
I caught that in Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Yep. First fish, 27 pounds.
You feel like there's a lot of drama out there right now?
Huh?
You feel like there's a lot of drama out there right now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like something in the air.
Yeah, it is, man. It's because it happens every year about this time.
Yeah.
A lot of it is
All that, what do you call that? Cabin fever. Cabin fever. Trying to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You calling them?
Yeah.
So, yeah, tell me what you guys watching from. We got some pretty good viewers right now. So we must be saying something right.
Who's ready to win something tonight?
Man.
We didn't even do one last week.
Oh, yeah, we did do it. Yeah. That saved me some money. But yeah, wherever you guys watching from, just put your state, and you got to shout out to a team member, teammate, or your sponsors. Throw that comment in. I'm all about support carp fishing, and if you guys want to sponsor Team Fish Fires in any way, appreciate you guys. Help us throw a little banner up there. Always be on the show all the time, and always give you a shout out. Of course, at this moment, Big Money Beepers is one of our sponsors in the bottom feeder baits, and I think I've got a couple more people ready to throw their, their. It was on.
Yeah, I know.
What are you doing? You got? Gotcha. You want to call me again, don't you?
Huh?
You calling him? You ready? Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, right. We've already done that. Skip. Wow.
Hey, James.
Brandon, how you doing, bro? Oh, Tommy's here too.
Yeah, hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
Tommy's here too.
Yeah, sorry.
No worries.
His studio.
What's the first thing on, guys? Thank you for having me.
Oh, you guys, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Man, I feel like I haven't really heard from the Carp Commando. It seems like to me you just came out of the woodworks like 2 years ago. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're absolutely right there, James.
Thank you,
you're
sir.
spot on, actually, because I tried to avoid social media scene for the longest time. But
I'm not mad at you either.
Yeah, just put me back on there and said, hey, I need to get the word out. I need to grow the sport.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that, man. That's what I'm talking about. And I wish we, as a Carp Commando, I wish there was more soldiers out there like that. Which I think there actually is going to be. Anybody that wants to support the sport and make it bigger, I'm all.
These motherfuckers aren't talking about my head. Thanks, James.
Oh, they're talking about your head?
Yeah, then give me your hat.
I like the bald look, dude.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, the bald look. I always tell my wife all the time. I said, if I ever go bald, I'm shaving it. I'm just shaving it. I'm doing the whole Vin Diesel look.
Yeah.
I did that one time. I tried to do a Vin Diesel look in my early 20s.
Didn't work out.
Oh my gosh, it wasn't pretty. Tia said it probably wouldn't look right because she says I got my wife because I got like a Frankenstein head. But hey, Brandon, let's talk about you, brother. How you doing, man?
What's going on? Well, Tom, you look good with a shaved head, man. There are certain people that, you just don't want to see a shaved head on them, but you look good, Thomas.
Yeah. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I try, I guess.
You got your eyebrows done too?
Yeah, I paint them pink. You can't tell.
No.
Did they fade?
No.
No. So.
But well, Brandon, you
tell everybody a little bit.
Yeah,
about
tell you
yourself.
a little about yourself. People that don't know Brandon.
Yeah.
Carp Commando.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And actually, it's Carp Commandos, but Carp Commandos, same thing, right? But just a little bit about myself here. I've been fishing for carp for quite a while, but honestly, like you said, James, you hit it right on the spot. A couple years ago, I wanted to bring my two biggest passions in life, my military service in the Marine Corps, and bringing together my passion for carp, and hence we got the name Carp Commando.
Oh, cool. Huh. That, sorry, I was just reading something off the phone.
Yeah, that was pretty. It was Raphael. He said, "Where is the donation button so I can throw Thomas some money for hair gel?"
He didn't do pay. Oh, shit. Oh, that's wrong.
You gotta lose Raphael, man. He's gonna bust anyone's balls.
Oh, man.
That's what makes Carp Talk fun.
Yeah.
Raphael's a character.
Yeah, man. Hey,
so you got a YouTube channel.
Indeed.
what's your YouTube name? So for the people that's watching,
it's called Carp Commandos. So, it's a growing channel, but honestly, I was a bit camera shy doing it at first.
Really?
But you guys got used to it, and I'm starting to get used to it.
Yeah, I'm doing the same way.
Yeah, YouTube channels are tough to keep up with, put content up, edit it, and stay consistent with it. Learned a lot of tough lessons last year.
Yeah, so for some of the people that's watching, that's on our YouTube channel, you guys go hit his YouTube channel up, subscribe to him too. That way you guys will also be, notified whenever he posts new content also.
Yeah, you do got some pretty good content. I like how I like your style a little bit, how you do a lot of stuff. Also, you just got on as a pro staff with carpanglers.com, Raphael.
Yeah.
Congratulations, that's awesome. Yeah.
Don't want to stroke his ego too much, but he's a good guy, man. And like you said, Thomas, he's a fun guy. He busts your balls all the time, but he's a generous guy, and that's what really attracted me to people who have generous hearts out there. At the end of the day, the only way to grow the sport, as you guys know, is to teach others, give to others, be generous, and be patient with others. So,
exactly.
I truly believe that's what Raphael's doing, and this is kind of my mission out there, making sure I get the word out.
Yeah, and I think that that's kind of what we try to do. I mean, we just love to talk about carp fishing, but me and James kind of looks at it like one day this is going to be way bigger than anything that we ever thought about.
Yeah.
It already is over like in the UK and stuff like that. It's much room for growth.
I also see you like to travel a lot, which that's pretty cool. I think you actually went out of the country not too long ago.
Yeah, I was down in the UK. I went out there for the Essex Carp Show, just kind of getting my feet wet in the trade shows, understanding the new merchandise that's being sold out there, and God willing, maybe I might have a presence in Europe one day.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
And you live in Illinois at this moment, but you basically and you travel to. Which I like your style, how you do that. You actually go to different states, which that's one of my goals that I've been wanting to do, is go to different parts of the states, just learn the cultures and what exactly.
There's good fishing.
Oh yeah. So
that's up Michigan and stuff, right?
Michigan, yeah. So, what's your favorite lake that you like to go around Illinois at this moment?
In Illinois, I would probably have to say there's a place called Fish Lake. It's about 20 minutes from my house. It's kind of a campground site. Not a lot of people know about it, but incredible fish out there. And most importantly, they've got a stream of fish constantly coming in from the Des Plaines River. So you're going to see some characters come out of that lake.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What's your PBs?
For common carp, my PB is 36 pound 4 ounces.
Nice
for
job.
mirror carp, I have a 19.2, and then I also have a fully scaled mirror out of Dale Hollow at 30.6.
Yeah. Is that one you was with Kenny? Kenny Mac?
No, we did put 230s out there when I was out there with Kenny, but no, this was actually my first trip out to Dale Hollow back in 2018. So with Kenny, we did put a couple 30s out there, but it was literally a 30 flat and a little over 29 and some change, like 29 and 13. We'll just call it 30 flat again. So they're pretty identical fishes, but yeah, nothing bigger than 30.6 out of Dale Hollows thus far.
Oh wow! So,
what about buffalo? You ever caught a buff or?
Brother, that is my next goal. I've seen Rafael do it. I've seen all these people go out there. Of course, I see Kenny Mac out there with that massive 60-pounder. So that's something that I definitely want to get into. Try to catch a big 60, 70-pound buff. Definitely looking forward to hooking up with Austin. Go out to Texas and see if I can wrangle one of those monsters.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Austin's trip is really just second to none, man. Like, you know, you're going fishing, but just be prepared to be on vacation too, because it's definitely it's definitely like a vacation. If you're going through him, you know, he's not going to let you do anything, and that's just because
you're on vacation. Do you prefer taking your own stuff, or do you like using Austin stuff?
It's really convenient just to go down there and do it and do it the way Austin does it, because he's been doing it that way, and it works.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? But,
right.
You know, if you want to drive 14, 16, 17 hours, I don't even
with
know.
Your equipment.
With your equipment and gas, and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can go down there and worry about doing everything, but, you know, that's a lot, too.
Do you think that'd be cheaper? Because you got your flight and all that kind of stuff.
I think it's going to, you know, gas is going to come into effect because of how expensive gas is, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm thinking it's probably going to be somewhere close to each other.
No, about
you know what I mean? But it's definitely, you know, I was there with Kenny Mac, so my biggest was the 4612, and I had a 46.
Amazing.
Yes,
amazing.
huge fish.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. Wow.
You know, like I said, you're on vacation. You're there. You know, there is no. I mean, the way he does it, there is no casting rods or none of that. You know what I mean? The bait boat is doing all the work.
That's what I want. I want a bait boat.
but you know, with that bait boat though, you can take it anywhere you want.
Yeah, but
if you want to put your ball up underneath the tree off the bank, but you can't get it there, you know what I'm saying? You can take it over there with that bait boat and drop it right there where you want.
But you know, when I was making that video that you gave me, that you did down there and all that stuff, and I was cutting it and all that stuff, and I was just watching him, and he was just actually programming that thing, and I feel like that bait boat actually had its own coordinates where it actually just drops that bait every single time in the same place every single time.
You have to drive it to the same place.
Yeah.
The one he had, you have to drive to the same place. But as soon as you take it out there and you hit that button and open the little chute and it drops, you know.
I like how he did that to where the line was taking it all out there and all that stuff.
When he gets out there, he'll hit that button and it bottoms out, opens up, and it drops everything, and then it does a little turn, and then it automatically will drive back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing, even the choppy water like that.
Yeah.
That was like,
that's
Big Bertha. Big Bertha.
Black Betty.
Oh, Black Betty.
Black Betty
sorry.
is
Black Betty.
That's my cast iron.
It's all Bertha. Black with two big eyeballs that he had put on it. You know what I mean? And he named her Black Betty, but Black Betty's caught some big fish.
All right.
You know, but you take that. You know, you're even reeling in a channel out there at 250 yards.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he's taking this line out there.
For sure.
Yeah. So, Brandon, what's your future like? What's your plans for this year? You got some big plans or anything?
Oh yeah. I spent all of last year trying to get to learn the carp circuit, the carp tournament circuit, getting to know the anglers, potential customers and fans out there. And I've learned a lot of lessons. So this year, you know, I'm going to apply some of these lessons. For example, you know, I realized that not every man is created equal, so I need some larger sizes when it comes to clothing. First thing I did realize, right? So a lot of my sizes ended at XXX, but some guys are, you know, wider, bigger, and I definitely need to consider that. And I'm putting some more clothing line out here in the spring catalog that, you know, conforms to those sizes. In addition to that, doing a lot more tournaments this year. I did bring on some pro staffers, which really helps because I don't want to be traveling all over the country like last year. That was crazy.
Yeah.
So this year I got a couple good anglers, Justin Johnson on the Pay Lake side, and you guys also know Fred Towers on the European Wild Card side.
Fred.
So
yeah.
Incredible anglers out there.
Yeah. That's
do you get any
no, go ahead.
Do you get any negative feedback for that?
What? Nuh-uh.
I'm asking if
what? Yeah.
Let's be honest, guys. Yes, I got a lot of hate, in the last week or so, for my sponsorship and for my support for the Pay Lake side of guys. I look at it like this, guys. I think you said it the best, Thomas. I don't agree with taking fish out of a river or a lake and putting them in a puddle. But, if that's how you grew up and that's what you know, I got nothing against that, right?
Yeah,
but it's about fish care. And there's no way I'm going to change a whole Pay Lake system. Yeah. There's no hope in doing that. But if I can teach one angler to show them that, hey, if you take care of the fish, you put them on a nice mat, you make sure that you don't spend too much time touching it and removing slime off the fish, get it back in the water as soon as possible, you're going to see that fish grow even more, and you're going to give another angler an opportunity to hook into one of these monsters. So that's kind of my message, and I've turned a couple Pay Lakers to the Euro style of taking care of fish, and it's one man at a time, man. Jesus didn't come here for the 99, he came here for the one, right? So
exactly.
That's my message. If I can make a deal with one guy, then I can keep growing it that way.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own story.
Reach one, teach one.
Each one, teach one. Yeah.
Reach one, teach one.
I like that.
You know
Where'd you get that quote?
That.
Where'd you get that quote?
School.
School?
Back when I was.
Your teacher?
School.
Yeah, that's really what it was.
That's a wise word.
If
You're a wise man.
If I reach one, you know what I'm saying? If I reach one, he's gonna teach one.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna have that trickle effect.
Teach a man how to fish. And
You teach a man how to. You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Yeah. You teach a man how to fish, he'll fish for a lifetime.
Oh well, there you go. There you go.
But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely right there with you. Well, I grew up like that. Fishing Pay Lakes.
I guess what I do.
I feel like.
Oh, he's got something to say. Go on.
No, I'm saying I feel like the carp anglers, the carp anglers that are Pay Lakers, they're only gonna do what me as a Pay Lake owner allows them to do.
Yeah.
To do, correct.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So you're saying,
and that's why
the bottom line is it's up to the
Pay Lake owners. Which like I said earlier, I've seen changes in our Pay Lakes.
Yeah.
Look at Hubbards. They carry waste. They got waste slings. They sell cradles now.
Now, not everybody follows the rules.
No, not everybody don't. But like I said, that falls back on the Pay Lake owners. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're the ones paying for these. I mean, at the end of the day, the carp anglers are paying for the fish.
Yeah.
They come to here. They give the money to fish in their property. They take that money. They go buy the fish to put them in the lake so they can return and make more money.
Yeah. So basically.
But I would want to make sure that.
Yeah.
Don't drop my fish.
Yeah, don't drop my fish.
You know what I mean?
Well, landing mat.
Landing mats. We bought 100 of them.
Oh yeah, we did.
We bought 100 landing mats.
We was giving them away like condoms.
Like
safe sex.
We bought 100 landing mats from money out of our. Let me see. That year, I think we made like
What was that?
We made $900 that year at the chili meet, and we took a couple $100 of it and just bought landing mats and gave them away for free.
Who was that company that helped us out? Rich Monkey? I like to say they were part of Rich Monkey or something.
Yeah, it was something though, because they gave us a deal on.
Yeah, they gave us a deal, 100 landing mats.
But I was taking them to the Pay Lakes every time we have a qualifier or anything on Sunday. I'd take 2 or 3 of them. And the first couple people that got drawn out that didn't have a landing mat or anything to protect the fish to keep them off the ground and the sand and the dirt. Yeah. So yeah, it gets a little deep, especially when you've been doing it your whole life.
RJ says,
For sure.
Tommy, you need to come down to the Pay Lakes,
down south.
Down south.
I've been to them, and it's a totally different ball game down there.
Yeah.
Them boys down there are on their shit.
Yeah.
Them boys down there are standing on business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like
everybody thinks they're good here.
No, I feel like down south that some pay lakers
There's
down
no
there.
pay lake drama down south.
They make it as an income on a way, don't they?
Well, yeah, because
I mean they're actually that's their life. That's how they pay their bills and all that kind of stuff like that.
I mean, there is.
That's why.
That's how.
what I
That's
hear.
how. That's
I'm
how.
not saying.
But that's how different it is. There's no comparison. You can't compare our lakes to their lakes.
Yeah.
Because they're more united down there more than ever.
Yeah.
Look at all our lakes here.
Yeah.
Chow was $140 a bag.
God. That's hard for my business.
But you know what? Everybody just keeps buying it.
Yeah.
But the guys in North Carolina are like, hey, bro, we're all gonna switch over to oats and
They're
rice.
buying their bags like $75, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like $80 there because nobody buys it and uses it.
Yeah.
Because all the fishermen work together to get the fish to bite something else that's cheaper on the pocket.
Right.
A good batch of chow costs you $50 right now.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about a batch of bait to fish one tournament.
Yeah.
A couple bottles of flavor, 2, 3. If you're throwing chow, you're going to have 9 or 10 pounds in there.
And I myself, I'm more of a wild carp guy. You're more of a pay lake guy. But you cannot. I have a hard time believing too that the carp and the pay lakes are starving to death because you guys throwing all these proteins. Like chow and all that kind of stuff, oats and all these other ingredients in there too. I mean, and then people are even egg whites and all that and.
It's changed. It's gotten expensive, man. But
yeah,
it is what it is, man. Only thing we can continue to do is just like Brandon's trying to do too is bridge that gap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have a better understanding for the fish and the fish care.
Yeah.
So. Like I said, it's going to take the pay lake owners. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about any of our pay lake owners because they've already took the initiative. You know what I'm saying, to bring this. Carp care stuff into their business already. You know what I mean? But they just got to put that law down. Like, look, if I catch you just, dropping my fish, I don't care if it is 5-10 pounds.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gone. You know what I mean?
Take them out. Yeah.
Maybe first time's a warning, but if you're misleading and dropping fish, you're disrespecting me.
How do you feel about the swing?
What do you mean the swing?
The swing.
I mean, you'll never get away on that.
Like swinging. You feel like that's too much?
Everybody swings different.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people know the hooks. Some people know the hook's already set. Some people don't.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It's all about how they was taught and how they. Nobody's gonna do nothing the same. Everybody's gonna be different. But you know what I mean? It has to start with the bosses.
I agree.
And the bosses are the pond bosses.
Yeah, because
at every tournament, which Robert and them, I fish a lot of tournaments at Hubs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Highway.
Right.
I wouldn't want nobody doing some of the things that I've seen. You know what I mean?
Right.
At the lake with the fish.
So.
No matter if it is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounds.
So how's it going, Brandon?
Well, it's doing great. But Thomas, can we all agree on one thing though? Pay Lakers, Euro, Wild Water. Look, at the end of the day, we're all against bow fishing. That's what we all need to be united against, right? Because that's not sport. You're shooting at a helpless creature out there, and you're not doing it for any other purpose than to kill that fish. Exactly. And I can agree. I'm sure my Pay Lake friends will agree. That's one thing that we can all unite behind is bow fishing out there.
Yeah, right. Regardless if it's going to be, like I said, Wild Water or Pay Lake, they'll never depopulate the species.
So if anybody out there's got any questions for Brandon too, feel free. You want to get a shout out to a teammate or your sponsors, feel free to do that too.
There's too many carp in the world, man. Around here. There's always gonna be carp.
What is that? Slapjack? Is that like?
It's just a slap jerk.
Oh, is that okay? Gotcha.
Yeah, but see what people don't know is is look at all the thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of Asian carp that you see jumping out of the water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When a boat goes by, they jump in your boat.
Yeah.
So just imagine if common carp did that. You would see just as many.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what there's tons of carp all around the world.
Yeah.
There's probably carp that people don't even know there's white carp.
Yeah. So.
Just like the buffalo in
It's a very
Texas.
resilient fish, guys. It's everywhere.
Yeah. And you see different shades of them too, and you know, between the fantails and everything, you would think with them fish being as beautiful as they are still considered a trash fish.
I would like. I tell you what I would like to see. I know you got your pay legs. You know that's mainly for a gambling thing mainly. But also I would like to see more European style pay legs.
Yes, the syndicate.
Yeah.
The syndicate lake out there. Yep.
Yeah.
There's rumors going around.
Yeah.
That somebody might have one of those.
Yeah.
Or building one of those.
Yeah. But
Building one, yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see that.
Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. There is.
There is?
Uh-huh.
You just don't, we can't let the cat out the bag?
Yeah. That's fine.
Alright. Question from the audience, Brandon, given you are
Who's this?
vertically
Who's this guy?
vertically challenged, do you fish with 6-foot rods or kitty Barbie rods? Thank you.
Good question. That's a good question.
Oh man, vertically challenged. Maybe I'm actually taller than Rafael. I'm 5'6", so I don't know what height Rafael's at, but no, I personally like to fish with 10-footers. I think it's a perfect size for rivers, perfect size for good casting ability, but of course you can't get it up to 120 yards out there, so 12-footers are definitely needed. That's kind of the universal rod out there for Euro fishing.
Yeah.
But 10-footers, to answer Rafael, is kind of my go-to.
Since he's asking that question, I mean, I have to ask this question. How tall are you?
Oh. How tall are you?
I'm 5'6", but I don't know how tall Rafael is exactly. Maybe 5'5", 5'7".
Oh, so you got him, huh?
Oh, you got some height on him, huh?
I have, Kenny Mack says he has a question. He said, what drives you the most? The capture of the hunt or the traveling? What is the biggest for you?
I like that.
That's a great question, Kenny. I would say the hunt, right? Because when you show up to a complete wild water, you have no idea what you're going to get out of that water. You have no idea if you're going to get a bite or you're going to get skunked, right? So It's the hunt, figuring out where they are, figuring out what they like, figuring out what flavor is going to work, and just getting out there. And when you do hook into one of these wild fish, and when you land it on the mat, you're just blown away by, wow, I have no clue about this water, and I'm able to pull this monster out of it. I think it's the hunt that gets me excited.
So that is a good question. So when you go to, say, like a new lake area, and what's the first thing you look for that makes you
want to maybe fish that area?
Yeah, exactly. Makes you want to fish that area, or your techniques. What would you do first?
Well, first of all, I have a pretty big process. I'm a big tech guy. Just so you guys know, I'm a software engineer. I work for an AI company, so I try to involve a lot of technology when I start scoping out a new lake or a new swim. I'll do
definitely
my
a thinker.
Satellite views.
Yeah.
I'll do all that. Show up to the lake, look for some features. Look at the margins, and then of course I'll throw my deeper out there. You know, I'm not old school where I'm going to use a marker rod and try to plumb around and figure out where I want to fish. When we have technology that tells you exactly where to fish, why not use it?
Right.
So I'll use a deeper or a bait boat with a deeper, map out the area that I want to swim, pick out a couple spots, bait it up, and go at it. You know, balls to the walls at that point.
Yeah. What's your flavor company that you like to go to?
My big flavor company is Quarter Goods. I'm a big goo guy, so I probably have, you know what? The only person that has more goo than me is Kenny Mack. I've seen his boat. That brother owns every goo that has ever been created. So,
I got
about the goo.
I got a couple of teammates is that way. Ricky Massey and DeJuan Thomas.
Yeah, they do.
They do a lot of that goo stuff too. Which I mean, I gotta admit it, man. That stuff works.
Oh, I've used it in the
he drizzle and all that, and sometimes they open up their ball, their pack ball, and they throw a little bit in the middle. Then they close it and maybe lose it around.
Pickups with it. Their corn one is. I love their corn one. Their corn
it really is. It's a great product. It really is. And that's how I feel like. Me and Ricky were in Jeremy Burdine. We did a video shoot this last Sunday, I think, and we was all using basically the same thing, the pack baits and all that kind of stuff. Our rigs were all set up, but Ricky was using that goo, and he was actually dominating over us.
We put a spanking on that.
Yeah, he spanked us hard. Yeah.
Yeah, like 8 or 9, didn't he?
Yeah, he ended up with like 9 to my 1. I'm like, dang. It was all fishing in the exact same area. Right. It was just basically that. I feel like it was that product that kind of overtopped everything.
Raphael said,
creates that crazy cloud. I mean, if you guys just put a couple drops of goo in the sink or some kind of clear aquarium, you can see the cloud that it creates.
Yeah.
And from that cloud, and the idea is to attract all different types of fish. When the smaller fish start looking and start eating around there, that signals the bigger carps and going, hey, what's going on over there?
Hey.
Right? So the curiosity brings them in, and then once they find that hook bait, you got them. Right, so that's the whole purpose of goo, is to create that attraction not only for the carp, but all the small fish that will signal the carp that they're stewed there.
Yeah, definitely. So,
for everybody watching, if you guys can, man, like and share this for us, please. We appreciate it if you guys can share this video.
Yes, spread some love.
That way other people can tune in and watch it too.
Yeah. So, what kind of style pack baits do you like to use a lot? Or do you use pack baits, or is it boilies, or?
No, I'm a big pack bait guy. I love pack bait. Tournaments, I'll just go straight boilies. But when it comes to just local fishing in my rivers and my lakes, I'll use a lot of pack bait. It's a simple recipe.
It is.
I use packled breadcrumbs, a little bit of quick oats, throw in some flavoring, and my secret stuff is miso. I don't know if you guys ever had miso soup.
Miso soup? What kind of soup?
Yeah, Japanese soybean soup. If you ever had sushi, it's that little bowl that comes with tofu and it's kind of cloudy. You ever see that?
No. That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
You guys, go eat some sushi, and then that's the first dish I'll bring out is a small soup. It's got a little bit of tofu in it, but it's soybean, and when you look at it, it's cloudy as hell, right? And when you add miso into your pack bait, you're going to create that same cloud in your water. So that's kind of my secret weapon into my pack bait.
Wow, I like that. Yeah. I'm a little hungry now too, but I like that.
And of course you can eat it too. It's edible, so you can eat it right there.
Oh my god! So,
what do you prefer the most? Livers?
Livers? You like a liver?
Lakes, rivers, ponds, or canals?
That's a great question. I'd say all of the above, but if I had to focus on one thing, I love river carp, man. There is no better fighting fish than a river carp out there.
Wow.
Yeah, they're so crazy. I mean, that's all they do. They fight the current all their lives, and they're muscular, they're steroid, and they're ready to give you a fight for your life.
Do you feel like
absolutely river carp?
You get more smaller carp out rivers than you or do you get a lot? Oh, I guess it only depends where you go at too.
The river carp get big.
Yeah, river carps.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're smart too. They're not big for no reason.
All right. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's been a special couple rivers I fished last year, including the Connecticut River and also including the Seneca River up in New York.
Yeah.
They've got some monsters in there. You got some 30s, 35s. I think Joe Lutz and his team actually picked up a 40 plus, I believe, and they were pretty close to that state record there. So massive, massive river carp out there.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my teammates just a couple days ago, and we was talking about you. And Ricky Massey, we was talking about you, and he said, yeah, James, he came to the White River tournament one time. He said, you did?
I did, yeah.
And I said, oh, he did. You know, I was like, it just dawned on me. Yeah, because the Carp Commando, was.
Yeah.
Now, I know you wasn't really impressed with that river, because you do get a lot of small carp in that.
Yeah, the White River was interesting, guys. I got to do the White River Invitational that you guys run back in 2021.
Yeah.
If you remember, James, that was that year where we had that downpour, where literally it was just raining the whole day, and we were all fishing in the rain.
Yeah.
It was a tough time. Not a lot of fish were caught. I think whoever took first that year had like 8 carp, and they were all less than 15 pounds, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. But I had a fantastic time, and one of these years I gotta get back up to the White River, guys.
I appreciate that. Well, tell you the truth, you get lucky if you get a good 15-pounder out of that river. I would love to see a lot
in that stretch.
Yeah, that stretch. I would love to see a lot more bigger ones in there. But
hopefully, when they get all this waterway stuff done.
Oh yeah, they are working on our little river blaze right now. So the city is. So I'm kind of like excited to see what the city's planning on doing with it.
So let me ask you, James. I mean, why do you think the White River doesn't have a lot of large carp? Because I know by Broad Ripple up in Indianapolis, by the canal there, I see some pretty massive carp in there.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying it is right now like that. Years and years ago, I heard back in the day, I would have to say maybe a good 10 years ago, that they did have some nice sized carp in there. But there was a company a while back that had some kind of big chemical spill in there, and it killed a lot of millions of fish out of there. So if that's the reason why, I don't know. But then ever since that, a lot of people said it wasn't the same since then. So
yeah. And then they tore the dams. They tore the dams down too.
So if that's true or not, I mean, it's hard to say, but I think
down south and up north, like in the Indianapolis area, there's some places you can go and catch some good quality fish.
But yeah, I feel like there is some fish I feel like maybe just trapped in that area. You
in certain areas.
Yeah, in certain areas where it's mainly just small ones, but you can't really. It's a nice river, it really is. Sometimes. Yeah, you get a lot of trash going through it a lot of times, but that's just like any river.
Yeah, it's going to be any river that you fish, though.
But
do you put flavor in your bait, or do you put flavor in your bait, and what is your go-to flavor?
For pack bait, like I mentioned earlier, my go-to flavoring is miso soup, or miso powder, soy wing powder.
Yeah.
When it comes to hook baits, I love putting a little bit of spray when it comes to American Carp Society, Barnaby's Revenge. That's my go-to spray. And then, of course, quarter goo. So that's kind of my flavoring right there. Quarter goo, American Carp Society, and, of course, miso soup in my pack bait.
Now, can you buy that miso soup just anywhere?
Yeah, you can pretty much, we have Mariano's out here in Illinois. I'm not sure if they carry around in grocers out there, but yeah, any type of Asian grocery stores, you can walk in and just ask for miso soup powder or miso soup mix, and you can buy it right off the shelf.
I bet you can buy it off the shelf.
It's not that expensive, by the way, so it's a great cloudy bait maker.
So, like, do you add it during, or do you add it, like, say you make your bait and then you add some, like, after it's, I guess, to the perfect texture you would want, you know what I mean, before you start packing balls?
Yeah, I mean, just like you're making any pack bait, you don't want to throw any liquids until you get all your dry stuff together. So I'll put all my dry stuff in. Once I put all my dry stuff in, pop open a can of cream corn, throw some quarter goo in there, put that in there, and then once again throw some lake water, river water to get enough moisturization on there, and then you got your pack bait.
Yeah. Right. Now, what kind of advice? Of course, you're all about helping carp anglers and all that kind of stuff. What kind of advice would you give a a carp angler that's just starting out, what kind of advice would you give them?
The best advice that I can give them is patience. Right? This is a sport that you get that lucky beginner where you take them out for a day and then they hook into their first fish and it's a 30-pounder. You're like, what the hell, right?
Right.
But most of the time, it's really getting out there and just enjoying what nature is giving you, right? And just being patient and waiting for that large golden nugget to come by.
Yeah.
And definitely, this is one of the things that I do wanted to talk to you guys about, James, is that I'm starting a program this year called Carp Therapy.
Oh, cool.
And Carp Therapy is really about helping our vets deal with PTSD, helping our vets deal with depression. Because if you guys know any vets, we tend to keep things all bottled up. And the best part about carp fishing is when you take them out to a river or a swim, and all that quiet and all that opportunity to just have a real conversation with them. All they want to do is be heard, right? They want somebody to listen to their pain. And that opportunity comes no better than fishing for carp and having that gap of hours before that alarm screams off. Yeah. So this is an opportunity to return back to my veterans, and I'm looking to build this program up called Carp Therapy with Carp Commando. And anybody can get involved. It's really, a vet, take them out, show them the ropes, show them exactly why you love it, why you're passionate about it. And then soon you're going to see a vet open up and talk about some stories that might not be so beautiful to talk about and some stories that you can relate to, but you're giving them an opportunity to talk and open up. So I think that's therapy for these guys.
Oh yeah. I like that. That's
and then next thing you know, they might be hooked on carp fishing, and then that's all they're going to think about.
That's really awesome. That's a good program. I like that. Especially helps out our military people.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Helping veterans.
USA.
Absolutely. For USA, folks, and the program, of course, everything takes money. Everything takes finance. Everything takes the right people and the right connections. I'm only one man, but my philosophy always is, like you guys said, teach a guy to fish, he'll fish for a lifetime, right? So I can change one vet, help one vet at a time, help one angler at a time. That's all I can accomplish. And if I can do that, one guy's going to teach another guy. It takes that spark to get that fire going, guys.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Heck yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, that should be the main thing that anybody's even worried about. Whether they are a Pay Laker or a wild water guy. Everybody grows up different, and at the end of the day, we should all want the same thing, and that's for it eventually turn into a sport and grow. Because if it ever does turn into a sport, the first thing these big corporate sponsors are going to start looking for is the people that's they're going to come looking for the best. It's like there's already Team USA, and all, it's already bigger than what we already think it is, but it just ain't really blew up the way it should yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So
you made a great point on this. You said earlier, these tournaments are selling out like that. But that's telling us that the sport is growing. That's telling you that anglers are wanting to jump on these tournaments. The last tournament, Long Carp Classic from Carp Angler, that thing sold out in 5 minutes. It was ridiculous, right? And so it really tells us there's a lot of growth that's happening. We are all the pioneers, and whatever we do today is going to affect what's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
that's why all carp fishermen should really try to band together and try to get bow fishing stopped. You know what I mean? That way these fish are able to grow,
Yeah. I feel like there should be some kind of, and I say this before with bow anglers, if you want to feed your family, that's fine. Shoot if you're going to shoot something, eat it. Just don't let it die on the bank and all that stuff, and let it rot and all that stuff. That's just, I feel like it's just...
We had an opportunity one time.
Are you talking about that one?
Listen, this is this is the opportunity that somebody came to us. There was some rich people up north that it was a gated community.
Gated community.
That had a nice sized big lake in it.
Yeah.
And they wanted all the carp out.
Yeah, they wanted it out.
So they was going to put up money
for our team.
For our teammates to go out there and fish against each other for a certain amount of money. But every fish that we caught, there was going to be a chef.
Carp.
every carp that we caught.
Yeah.
There was a chef right behind us.
They were going back a little clean.
They was gonna fillet them carp, and they was gonna take it. They was gonna take it to the homeless and stuff like that.
Yeah, they was gonna take it to homeless for them to eat.
But we didn't even want to get involved with that.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean.
It sounded like it was a good thing.
Wanted to, we didn't want to be the ones to, even though the carp was going somewhere where it was going to be eaten and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We just didn't want,
They said this lake was, overpopulated.
Yeah, they said it was overpopulated, and they just wanted to depopulate it. But we was like, no, we don't think this is for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. But we.
That's the right call. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just didn't want to see the backlash.
Because within our team, we're all about carp care, and someone started like, well, that's not very good carp care. Give them carp and all that stuff. Well, yeah. But all right, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to give out a bag of
tournament blends.
So
a couple stickers, bottom feeder bag stickers too.
So the person that could guess between 1 and 1,000, and I'm gonna put the number right here.
Make sure it's in between 1
and 1,000. Oh, really? That's crazy. Okay. And. Okay. See that? That's what I got.
All right, he's got the number. You
got the number.
Tearing it up.
Tear it up, guys. 1 through 1,000. So.
And if somebody's got another question for Brandon, feel free to ask too. We'll make sure you get your question answered.
And definitely. But Brandon. Okay. You put a post out. About bridging the gap a little bit between pay lakers and wild carpers. And a teammate showed me the post about it, and I made a comment, and I feel like you did the right thing taking it down because it got way overpopulated. But man, there was a lot of good talking in that too, in that whole conversation too. And from both sides, it really is a kind of like a sticky situation, especially for a lot of wild carpers that actually got really think there's no other way that you could teach somebody and change their mind. And I feel like a lot of times a lot of people just gives up on teaching and gets frustrated and
they're wrong,
and start hating.
I've seen the changes. I've seen it with my own eyes,
and
so I know it can happen. It just it's got to start from the top.
Yeah, right. And like you say, the pay like bosses. And Brandon's right.
They can only do so much. You know what I mean? But they still got to they still have to put their foot down. Like, look, for every one of you that's standing here, there's 5 more on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you just,
But, of course, there should be a lot of carp care. And, of course, and I can understand why a lot of wild carpers are mad.
But a lot of wild carpers probably used to pay like those fish too.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of great wild carpers that came from a pay
lake. Let's be honest, even the wild carpers, they didn't know anything about fish care in the beginning. Somebody had to show them, somebody had to teach them at some point, right? And that's my philosophy. And some of these guys just doesn't know. This is all they've seen as pay making and handling the fish a specific way. If you don't educate them, if you don't show them the right way, then that's going to continue going on that way. So I love the idea. Approach the pay lake owners, talk to them, but for them it's also money. They don't want to lose their pay lakers, by implementing all these safety practices and specific things. Slings, when you put the fish in the water, when you use slings at pay lakes, the hooks are going to get caught up in the nets and the slings, and that frustrates them. They want to get back into the water as quickly as possible. But once again, you got to work with the pay lake owners, but my angle is, hey, let's teach them, let's educate them one angler at a time, and eventually it takes that spark to get that fire going, as I say.
Yeah, just like Raphael said, he said Brandon had the balls to put up the post.
Oh yeah,
was first.
That was great.
That was the first step in starting the right conversation, which is true. You know what I mean?
True.
No carp angler should hate any other carp angler, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing. We all want
the passion.
Yeah, the passion's there. You know.
Yeah.
You know, just the whole nine. No matter what, I don't care where we're fishing at. Everybody has the same passion.
And you got, people who hate all.
Everybody don't want bow fishermen to be out there killing carp.
It's going to change. Eventually, it will change.
It's already happening in in certain states. Like look what happened when I was in Texas. Then wildlife guys came out.
Oh, the scientists.
Yeah. Like these are real life scientists. Like went to school for this.
For the buffs.
Yeah. For just science about wildlife and fisheries and all that in general.
And they want to protect the fish.
Yeah. They're very interested in.
Amazed how big these.
Yeah, like how big these buffalo and how beautiful they are, and so they want to know, how are they getting this big? Have they been this big forever? Or not forever, but have they been around for this long and we just really not noticed them until,
Why are they eating and make them this big?
Yeah.
How long? Yeah.
So they're gonna find all that stuff out. They're gonna have the answers for that, especially in Texas for, Lake Decker.
Right.
And I'm sure there's other lakes around too that they'll probably be doing research. No, I've been watching.
You been looking at the numbers?
Yep, I've been paying attention.
All right. So guys, go, man. Bring it on, man.
Yeah, but it's a touchy subject. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it is indeed.
It is, but you know what? If people can't take the heat, they get out of the kitchen.
But just don't hate, don't bash. There's a certain group page, which I'm not going to say it is. when anglers, especially new carp anglers, gets on it, hey, look. This is my carp I caught. This is my carp I caught it, but they're holding it by the gills. All of a sudden, everybody's bashing. Oh my God, are you serious? What are you doing? And it just automatically scald this person. And this is a beginning carpenter that didn't know any better, but they automatically shot this person first, and then they ask questions. Later. It's like, dude, you probably just turned them off on the whole carp fish situation.
Yeah.
And
that's the wrong way to approach it,
And that's just not the way to do it. You guys, teach it, like.
Going to a pay pond to me and fishing a tournament ain't no different than going to New York or Connecticut or Wisconsin or Ohio to fish any other tournament. You know what I mean? It's all a tournament. Yeah, they're a lot bigger, they're more organized, they're fishing for a lot more money. But you know what? There's pay lakes that have $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 payouts at the end of the year. Me personally, I fished for over $30,000. I fished for $50,000. I mean, don't get me wrong, I couldn't win $50,000, but there was $50,000 up total. You know what I mean, for grabs.
Yeah.
So it's all about. It's just to each their own.
Right.
No matter if it's Brandon or me or you or like I was saying earlier, Phil, we're going to be right, or we're going to be wrong even if we're right.
What do you like to see in the future that carp fishing go to in the United States, Brandon?
What I like to see, James, is eventually the syndicate model in England. I know these pay lakers can mirror these type of lakes, grow their carp, invest in their carp, and eventually you're going to get these units. You're going to get monsters. We have such a good genetic pool of carp here that we can do this, right?
We do. You're absolutely right.
It's going to take time to do it, but once again, invest in the time now so the future can look like what England looks like. And they can make a ton of money. These syndicate lakes make a ton of money out there, right?
Yeah.
They have guys that stay for a week at a time, and the funny thing is, these UK guys, they get all excited about catching one carp after 1 week. And sometimes I'm like, man, that's tough. I don't know if I could sit there for a whole week trying to chase down one carp. But they're hugely successful in how they built their lake. I think it's a good model for us to emulate in the future. So that's where I like to see where carp fishing goes. I like to see pay lakers, Euro style, all come together, teach one another our special abilities. Because let's be honest, man, those pay lake guys, they know about flavoring. They are the master of flavoring out there. So I learned quite a bit from them, and I've been able to show them about Carp Care, and it's that synergy that we have. And that's why I want to see where the future's going.
You know,
get along. It's going to be a long time, but one angle at a time, guys.
Right.
One angle at a time.
You know, it's funny you think, well, a lot, you know, especially the wild carpers, and that, trust me, I'm respecting both sides. I love them both. I'm mainly more of a wild carper than I am a pay laker. But the whole kicker part, a lot of these wild carpers, you know, that's totally against pay laking, which, you know, I guess that's fine, but still, the problems is that, oh, I could go to a fish, it's easy to go to a fishbowl and catch the carp. No, it's a totally different style. It's a really the
Yeah.
Oh shit! There it is.
Yep. We have a winner.
We got a winner.
876.
Oh, that's
Chris Brady.
Yeah, Chris Brady, 876.
Winner, chicken dinner.
You want to show them to him real quick? The number?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where's
Yeah. 876. That's the winner. You can see it?
Hang on, let me find it.
You got it right there in the corner.
876.
876. Congratulations, Chris. Send one your way, brother. He's gonna just tell me to send it to Paul.
Yeah. Send it to Paul, James.
Okay.
I don't want you to have my address.
right. But yeah, I mean, there's a guy that I knew a while back. He totally gets pay lakes, and he actually tried it to go to the pay lake, and he's put a lot of money into his bait, and he didn't catch one. He was so pissed off he didn't catch a fish.
Where's we at?
Huh?
Where's we at?
We'll go to Hubbard's.
Hubbard's.
Yeah, and then but he was so mad.
Hey, James.
Yeah.
Send it to Paul.
Did he? Oh, really? That's shocking. But but he was just so upset about it. It's pay lakes is a different type of style, just like wild water is a different type of style.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean there's the rig presentation. I think it's mainly a rig presentation too, and a flavor or whatever. What do you think?
What, in a pay lake?
Yeah.
Man, listen, if you throw chow out there, it don't matter. Excuse my language, you can throw horse shit out there and they're gonna eat it.
Huh. Oh yeah. Wow. I like horse shit.
Well, I'm just saying, carper, they're bottom feeders. They're gonna eat whatever they can get, anything that they feel like it's got some protein in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna eat, but when you're, in my opinion, in the pay lake, like I said, they're gonna eat the bait because the bait is there and that's what they're looking for is food.
But they're hungry too.
Yeah.
But having, finding that right pickup is the key, in my opinion. You know what I mean? If you can find what flavor pickup they may want or what may may intrigue them at the time as they're down there snooping around.
Right.
That's how I feel like you're gonna have the most luck. And obviously, in a pay lake, there's only so far these fish can go. So they're gonna be, I feel like if there's 35 people on pond 4,
right?
Which I'm sure it may hold more. I'm just throwing a number out there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Like, and I have all these lines coming different ways. I'm going to the deepest water that I can possibly go to.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's why you see a lot of times a lot of the fish and spots that get taken first is where the deep water is. You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, Brandon, what's your, you got any tournaments that you're going to plan on going here sometime this year? Is there a tournament
Yeah.
you have in mind?
I'm not going to kill myself like last year, but yeah, I got a few tournaments that are lined up. I'm looking to actually. One of the things I do want to talk about is we're going to have a little friendly competition between me and Rafael, and then our pro anglers, Brett Powers and Todd. That's also on the Carp Angler Pro team. So it's the pros versus the distributors, right? And we're going to be doing this here in mid-April. We'll be putting it up on YouTube. That's exciting, but to your question, I got a couple tournaments that I have in mind. I'll be at the Wild Card Classic in Seneca, New York.
Okay.
I'll also be at the KCAA, which is the Kansas City Carp Anglers out there with their tournament.
Yep.
And one of my favorite tournaments that I participated last year is the St. Lawrence Marathon. A lot of paymakers show up at this one, but it is probably the longest and most grueling carp tournaments out there. 100+ hours just on the St. Lawrence River, right? So it'll beat you up, but they got some amazing fish. So those are some of the ones that I'm looking forward to this year, guys.
Nice. In Illinois, where you live at, do you have other carp anglers that you fish with over there in that state? You guys got like a little club in Illinois? What is it, Dip?
Yeah, James, Chicago, it's a big melting pot, man. We've got, all type of European people that are always fishing for carp. We got the Polish group, the Polonia Carp group out there. We've got K1 Bass. Those guys are out there. So there's a lot of European pro carpers and a lot of European carp anglers out there. So, I'll eventually run into them. You become friends with them. You share, some of the spots with them. But
classic
one of
baits
the
out
guys
there.
that I fish with, he's from Moldova. His name is Alex Perkulik, and he's fished with a lot of tournaments with me. So I definitely fish with a lot of the Euro guys here from Chicago.
Okay, so you're in the Chicago area, right?
Yeah, Illinois.
Illinois, but I wasn't sure if it's exactly the Chicago area.
Yeah, that's where my stepmother's from.
Oh, okay.
Illinois, Chicago.
Okay, gotcha. But
Raphael said me and Brandon he said me and Brandon the old timers will deliver a case of whoop ass to our pro staffers.
Yeah.
Now what about your don't you guys got a new teammate now too, right?
I believe Carp Angler just signed a new female angler to the team. I believe she is the first one in North America that's being professionally sponsored now from Carp Angler. You guys may know Jamie out there.
Yeah.
She's an awesome angler. She catches some incredible, beautiful carp, and she knows what she's doing. She does her own rig. She does her own baiting. And she's definitely going to be a huge plus for the ladies out there watching a professional carp angler being sponsored by a carp company and going out there and showing how it's done.
Yeah,
nice.
For sure.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna. She's definitely. I mean, she's already done a lot, but like he said, for the new women carp anglers that are coming in, you know. They just need that extra little bit of push that she's going to be there to give it.
What kind of setup do you use when you go out carp fishing, Brandon? What's your the rods you have and the rod pods? The alarms and of course your alarms and all that stuff. What's the brands that you use? Man.
Yeah, I was afraid you're going to ask because it's going to make me look foolish here. I'm a bit of a tackle tart.
No, you're good.
I spent a lot of money on my gear.
They're good.
Right now I'm running solar rod pod. I am running a Shimano Aero Technium on the reel, and then I'm also using Shimano, Shimano TX rods. So probably my setup is somewhere around $5K. So it gets very expensive. My alarm set, I'm using Nash R4 sirens, and my typical hook bait or typical rig setup, I would use a Ronnie rig most of the time.
Okay. What do you think about that new rig that's out? Oh man, what's the name? Matter of fact, Lee was posting it out a lot.
I think that's. I don't know if that's new. I think that may be his rig.
Is it?
I think that's what he.
Silly little thing that sticks out and gives that curve that C-looking curve.
Yeah, that looks lethal, dude.
That rig it's just like any other rig. It could be a hair rig and you attach one of those attachments to it, makes the hook a little bit more aggressive out there. But, carp-wise, it's safe. It just makes sure that the carp hook turns and catches them on the bottom lip when they try to spit it out. So it works. It's a very aggressive rig.
Yeah, that's I like that rig. I mean, I think it's just, I like the whole curve to it. Especially, you're running it off the bottom of your leg, maybe 1 inch off the lake or river floor, the water flooring, whatever, and then it's just that whole curve thing that's very, very impressive to me.
Yeah, it's like a bungee. The carp has no idea how to spit that out. It's like a bungee rig, and they get it in their mouth, they try to spit it out, and you got that whole curve to it, so it's like a bungee effect for them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
Do you prefer a longer rig or a shorter rig? And
with the hair? Oh, not the hair.
Not the hair, just the rig in general, like from the sinker to the hook. So do you like shorter rigs or longer rigs? And whatever your answer is, why?
Sure. It's really up on the swing bet on that. If I'm in a lake, I would prefer a longer rig. If I'm in a river, I would prefer a shorter rig, right? Mm-hmm. And here's the reason why. In the lake, you're not going to have as much crazy current, and the water's not flowing as much as a river. In a river, I want to be able to get that indication quickly. So shorter my rig is, as soon as that carp's on, that alarm is screaming. In a lake, they may just grab the bait, they may just sit around and still eat. And I want to give them that extra leash, so when they do feel that lead, it gives me that indication. So depending on the water, I prefer short rigs in the river or longer rigs in the lakes.
Okay. Gotcha. Like that. Now, like again, anglers out there, if you guys got any questions for Brandon and all that stuff, please let us know. Of course, you're sponsored by the carpanglers.com, which, who are they?
Oh. Who are they? You don't know who Raphael is?
Yeah.
You know he's watching, right?
I know he's watching.
He's going to get you.
He's going to give us a banner. He's giving us a banner, put it right here.
Oh, yeah, nice way to try to clean it up.
I did. I like that. Do you use PVA bags or anything?
I do indeed. In the winter time when I'm out on the Chicago River, the last thing you want to do is get your hand in the water and freeze it. So I love using PVA bags, having all my pack bait or crushed up boilies in them, pre-made. So when I get to the river, there's no need for me to dip my hand into a bunch of pack bait or the river and freeze it off. So I love PVA during the winter time. So it's all about pack bait for me.
Now, exactly. Now, when you do make your PVA bags, do you already have them already prepared before you come to the lake? And like, how many do you have, or do you just do it on the spot right when you get to your spot?
I'll never do it on the spot. I have it pre-made the night before, so I'll probably make anywhere from 15 to 20 PVA bags. I like to kind of bait every hour or so.
That was my next question.
Yeah. So if I have about 3 rigs out there, you're looking at about 5 hours of fishing for 15 bags. Then that's kind of the equation that I work with.
Like that. Okay, I could dig it. Okay, sweet. Exactly.
So what if you could fish anywhere? What would be one of your dream lakes to go fish? And why?
That's a good one. I would like to, and this is going to happen here, guys, probably here in the upcoming fall. I would like to fish the Ebro River in Spain.
That's a nice one.
Yeah. That river's got some monsters, 50, 60-pound carp. You got catfish close to about 90 to 100 pounds. You look at Welsh catfish, they are just 6 foot, 7 foot long. So the Ebro River is definitely a dream river that I wanted to fish, and I'm going to make it happen this year, guys. So you have to look out for my YouTube video for Ebro River.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure we'll definitely be able to see it.
How many videos do you have out now, you think?
Well, we just completed our first season last year, so we have 14 videos out for last year. This year, same thing, probably put out about 14 or 16 videos. But, James, it's tough, man.
It is.
You got to edit. You got to make sure when you got to run, the camera's on, the chest camera's on, this camera's on. Sometimes it takes the joy of fishing away from you.
Oh my God!
You're so focused on all these cameras, right?
So now we're going. I'm sorry.
James is like, now we're bonding.
Yeah, we're bonding now. Here we go. I feel your pain. I know what you're exactly. How many cameras do you use when you go? Do you use just one camera?
No. You got multiple. I have a camera on my rods and reels for runs.
Okay.
Right? I want to make sure I'm catching those alarms and those runs. I have a camera called a Pivo, so as soon as I get a run, I hit it, and basically it's my own film, man. It motion detects, it follows me around, captures my shots, and then I also have a couple drones out there. This is one that I recommend to everybody out there in the fishing community. It's called the Hover X.
Okay.
This is called the selfie stick drone. It's pre-programmed, so you don't have to control it. You want the drone, you just push it and you hit hover. It's going to hover in place so you can hold your picture. You can do all your video shots. If you want to get a bird's eye view, the drone will fly straight up in the air 70 feet. We'll give you a nice bird's eye view of your fish, the swim that you're at. So it's all automated for you. You don't really have to do any sliding. So that takes one equation out of that.
Wow.
James will have one in the mail tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
James, you will not.
James, like, what?
Man.
Somebody come over and watch me.
Piece of camera equipment.
Now this is just for a solo angler, right?
Yeah, like James is trying to prove to everyone that he catches fish.
I do. I try. See, because when I got my when me and the team goes out, we go out fishing and all that stuff. And I tell the teammates, okay, this is, and here's the camera. This is a football. Whoever's got to run somebody better grab that camera and start filming.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times we do get a lot of runs right there on the spot. Right when the alarms goes off, boom, someone picks up the camera and they're automatically filming. But and of course I do a GoPro for like underwater, for release of the fish. My drone right at this moment is in commission.
Out of commission?
Well, yeah, thank you. Out of commission. Where it hit a tree and it kind of messed up the camera. It's kind of like stuck in the wrong place.
Who was driving?
I don't know. I'm not going to mention that guy, but I feel sorry for that guy, so I don't want to talk about him. But when I do aerial shots, I do like what you said. I love it. I love how you where that one drone, it watches you at all times. But now the part that I do is that I do aerial shots, just the area what I'm filming, where I'm the fishing at. So I could probably learn. I definitely for a younger generation carp angler that films a lot, I could probably learn a lot off of you. I try. I feel like I'm only one man show almost. With the camera.
He's lightweight asking for help.
No, I'm not asking for no help. I mean, I'm just
James does a good job.
Yeah,
really
I try.
He has a lot going on in life, Jim.
But it's like you, he's cut editing. Right now I'm I'm four videos behind. So I'm trying to work it up there. Of course, this one here, this is probably my third podcast. I haven't got it on air yet, on our YouTube channel. So, but it's getting there. It's like,
the pain is real, man.
Yeah,
Editing,
it's a lot of time consuming. It is. And a lot of people don't seem like understand that. And it really is. But there you go. And you guys are welcome.
But James, look into it, man. I'm telling you, if there's any piece of equipment, even for us old guys here, man, the Hover X, it does it all, man. Just push a button, let it go. It'll hover around you. Really? It'll follow you around. It'll do a dolly track. You don't need to do anything, man. It's pre-programmed.
I think I'm going to look into that. I like that. Because, matter of fact, within our Team Fish Fire Chairman's group, we was actually talking about, doing a little bit more upgrading on our video equipment. And I think one of the things I did mention is, hey, I like to get, a drone going on too. A little bit better drone, and it gets, maybe, and work with microphones too, for better sound. But, all right. Well, I'm sure these guys were, they want to hear more stuff about carp fishing. So, yeah. But, cutting headings, that's a lot. It is. Yeah.
For sure.
What else you got?
What is your crazy experience while fishing?
Oh, there you go.
What is my craziest experience?
The craziest thing.
When I got into carp fishing, one of my buddies in Chicago, he's a police officer.
Yeah.
He knows that I did a lot of bass fishing and catfishing in my day, and he invited me to go carp fishing. I looked at him like he was crazy. I was like, what? What are you talking about? We're going to go carp fishing. He took me out to Indiana to a lake called Lake George. I don't know if you guys ever fished that, but
no.
Lake
But I heard
George
of it.
took me out there on the 4th of July. And that was the craziest experience because I never fished for carp or targeted carp. I accidentally caught carp trying to catch catfish, but I never targeted it. And when we got out to Lake George on 4th of July, I think we probably landed maybe somewhere between 20, 25 carp. And I've never felt so sore in my life. And
I know, right?
Fireworks blowing in the background while fishing, and that got crazy. And that was it, man. Fireworks and big fish feeding you up, that really got me hooked. So I would really have to say that's probably one of the more exciting times of starting this carp journey for me.
I have asked this question to a lot of carp anglers before. And, of course, every carp angler is, I feel like, is different when you ask a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that carp sees color?
Do I think that carp sees color?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. The reason, my justification why I believe that carp see color is the fact that in the wintertime, I like to use a lot of high visibility baits. Okay. High, like bright yellows, bright pinks, bright whites, right?
Yeah.
In the summertime, I'll use duller baits, but this tells me out of all the bait selections I can put out there, I've been most successful when they're brighter and the colors are more vibrant. So yes, I believe that carp can see color.
Oh, okay.
What colors do you think they see the best?
Probably my favorite colors that I believe that carp sees the best is bright yellow pop-ups, bright yellow bottom baits, and of course you got bright white. So nice clean white seems to work anywhere I go. And of course we know that corn color is yellow, so they're already used to that yellow color. So a nice high visibility yellow color is my favorite.
Now what about in deep water?
In deep water, depending. I like to use a lot of bottom baits when in deep water, and I don't know if you guys ever use boilies the size of 26 millimeters or 30 millimeters. These things are big golf balls out there, right?
Yeah, I call them donkey chokers.
Yeah, typically, the big golf ball boilies I use, and for deeper waters and when I'm fishing on the bottom, really more like a reddish color is what I like to use. Kind of a peachy smell, or my favorite boilie out there right now is from Carp Max, and it's called Seeing Fruit. And this bait is incredible. It's landed me more 30s than any other boilies I've ever had.
Sweet. Well, my gosh, man, we could keep on going.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
I didn't even know what the time was, man. Like, it's almost 10 o'clock, Brandon. You talk our heads off. Wow. Man.
Well, time flies when you're having a good time, gentlemen. And it's only 9 o'clock here in Central, so it's okay for me.
Yeah, for sure.
But wow, Brandon, I tell you, I always I enjoy talking to you, man. You're you got a lot of good insights. I think I could, I definitely see a great future.
You got a paymaker and you got a Euro guy together talking about carp fishing. So I know it's possible. You guys are doing it. So you guys are the example, guys. So it's been a privilege being on your podcast. Definitely, James, you and I, we need to hook up, do a session. I'll get you guys a Carp Commando flag so you can put up there on the background.
Let's do it. Yeah,
we appreciate it. We got plenty of room, and if we don't, we'll make room. But we have plenty of room right now. We want stickers. Send us a couple stickers too if you got them too. You know what I mean?
But
yes, sir.
We're just trying to make everything look more homey.
Yeah, all carpy.
Yeah, more carp homey.
All right, well.
Yep. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before you get off here, Brandon?
Oh, you got any questions?
Yeah.
Or anything?
You know what? I have a lot of people to shout out for, but I just want to make this quick here. These are the people that influenced my carp fishing and the way that I carp fish. We got Sean Manning from the American Carp Society, Wayne Boone from the American Carp Society, Paul Russell from Seneca, New York. You got Tomas, who's fishing Carp Max and the owner of Carp Max.
Yep, Thomas
Of course, over at Carp Angler. That brother came onto the scene like a ninja, man, and taking over a lot of that market there. And of course, I got my buddy Alex that I fish with throughout the tournament. So big shout out to those guys. And I kind of want to leave you guys with one saying, guys. This is my company's motto: Semper Carpi, guys. You heard the term Semper Fidelis as a Marine, always faithful. Semper Carpi just means always carpy.
Always carpy.
Always carpy.
Like that.
I try to be.
Yeah, you try to be carpy?
All the time.
Yeah.
That's all I think about. Think about carp fishing all the time.
That's all I do.
I've been like that my whole life.
Semper Carpi, man. Yeah, Semper Carpi. Always carpy. Whatever the situation is, man, just throw it out there. Semper Carpi.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Brandon, we appreciate you being on the show, man. And
we gotta do this again. For real.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Next time, don't take that post down. You should.
Hey, too many people ask me politely, please take it down because you're starting a civil war.
Yeah, but that's like you said. That's,
we could talk a little bit a little bit longer. I mean, I did see that. I mean, it's like there's a lot of this stuff that's so educational on there too, and I think I was probably like right too, because
it's educational for both sides.
I contacted when I contacted you today. You want to be on the show, and you said, "Are you sure, James?" A lot of people hates me right now.
I don't think nobody hated him. It's just nobody. You know what I mean?
It's just educate. I said that's definitely why I want you on the show, because that's you. I think you got a lot of good insights. You got a lot
of people putting their opinion.
And
opinions are like assholes. Yeah, everybody has one. So
it's one person's mind and thought. You know what I mean? This is how I'm thinking.
And for sure.
And until something is ever done about it, on a higher level than what us Pay Lakers or Wild Water guys are arguing about, what I mean? Why are we even arguing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
we're
just, But bottom line, it's the Pay Lake bosses. And you want to know something? Start teaching the younger generations, hey, this is carp care, and that eventually, and probably here in maybe a good 10 years or something, all those younger carp anglers will start be.
They're only going to do what they see somebody else do.
Yeah.
Ain't no different than when they were baby.
Monkey see, monkey do. Yeah. Absolutely. So start with the young ones.
But like I said earlier, though, I've seen
changes.
I've seen a lot of changes within the last 3 to 5 years in our Pay Lakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're, like I said, they're selling, stuff in their bait shop that helps them protect their fish, their investment. You know what I mean? And you see a lot more Pay Lakers, have landing mats and cradles too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, I think every Pay Laker should really have a cradle if they can afford it.
Yeah.
Because that keeps the fish from flopping around.
Cradle.
It's easier for them to just sit there and get them unhooked.
Yeah.
But like I said, they're not cheap. But like we always told everybody, it didn't matter what kind of landing mat you got. If you had an old baby changing mat, or
knotless nets,
knotless nets,
nets,
yoga mats,
yoga mats, they all work. So it's just a point of, if I go to a lake and the owner's not gonna,
what's it gonna hurt to have a cradle or a landing mat?
But though it could cause, like I said, they're going to be damned if they do and damned if they don't.
Yeah.
Because if they say, hey, you got to have a landing mat to fish here, and somebody can't afford a landing mat, that may be running off some of their business.
Well,
they don't want to do that.
Now, the whole part right there, what you just said. Oh, they can't. I can't afford that. If they could afford, a bunch of jugs.
No, that's what I'm saying. Are you talking about the actual fishermen? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The actual fishermen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I can't afford a landing mat, so I can't fish at your lake. You know what I mean? So they don't want to put that. They can't put rules on it like that.
I have heard that.
You know what I'm saying? Because they will run their business off. Because everybody's not going to have that belief in.
Yeah.
I need to protect that fish that I'm catching.
Right.
You know what I mean? Some people, It may take longer than maybe what we're thinking, but I know how much I've seen shit change since I was 13 years old compared to carp fishing now. You know what I mean?
Giga Ramy says, I'm not sure whose question he's asking that to. What is the biggest carp you all have caught? Well, okay.
What's your PBs, Jim?
Mine's 32.
32?
Yeah, Del Hollow.
Now, mine's well. My biggest is 34.4.
Yeah.
My
common, and my mirror is 33, even at Del Hollow.
My mirror is 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's your third category? Because I have three categories: the common, the mirror, and the fully scale mirror.
Ooh.
I
never really put it in that category.
Because I'm thinking a mirror is.
So you just started up a whole new category for me now, Brandon.
Now he has to come up with another medallion for the team.
Yeah. So. Yours? What'd you say yours was again, Brandon?
My fully scale mirror is 30.6. My regular mirror is 19.2, and then my PD is 36.4. Common.
Yeah, bigger than mine.
Man. Brandon's on fire right there.
I did get a 32 in New York, though. That was pretty cool to get it almost a 33. That's where that came from.
The whole thing?
Yeah, third place. And then this one right here is what we got first place, big fish.
Do you have hardware?
Look at that. Oh, yeah, snap. There you go. There's Wild Carp Classic hardware right there.
Yeah. You got a lot of trophies at your place, Brandon?
Yeah, I got a few hardware here and there. Last year, we took third place at Wild Carp Classic at Section B. So that was a nice payday, and plus got the same size trophy back there. So yeah, I got some medals, some trophies, but all in all, guys, whenever I win money, guys, it's not about the money for me. I try to return that back into.
I want that hardware.
Yeah.
It's really about fishing that wild water and catching that big boy out there. So that's the passion, man. It's not about the money for me.
So you just went to a total different level with us, and yeah, and I felt. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the hardware.
You want the hardware?
That's what I want.
But you don't like the passion of the fish.
It's always the nature. I'm always gonna have the passion of the fish. You know what I mean?
Just like.
But that, when you come back with a trophy, that's saying that you did something. Like you accomplished.
So you don't want to look serious.
The first year I fished it, we was in first place the whole tournament. And
are you the type of people when you catch your fish and you're getting ready to take a picture, you gotta give that stare.
Always.
You have to do the stare to the fish, like the passion of the stare.
I will look at the fish.
Like,
I'll look at the fish before I look at the camera.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll look at the fish before I look at the camera.
Yeah. Those nice buffs. You was staring pretty hard on some of those buffs down there.
Them buffs were huge. Book your trip with Austin. I didn't even get I did hit some.
But you can catch you did catch one common, didn't you?
No, we didn't catch not one common.
Not one common.
Buff after buff after buff.
Catfish and buffs.
We caught
channel cats.
Yeah, I want to say we caught probably three, maybe maybe 4 channels.
Man, you guys didn't keep none of those channels?
No, trash fish.
Really? I mean, you guys didn't want to eat?
That's a true trash fish right there. That and bass.
Bass, I can see. Catfish is good eating.
I don't eat fish, so.
You don't eat fish?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm in the catch and release program.
Oh, I understand that. Me too, but I tell you, catfish is good on the skillet too.
Have you ever pissed off the back of the boat?
Huh?
Have you ever pissed off the back of the boat?
Not here recently.
I mean, I'm saying, have you? Do you think
Does a cow piss in the pasture and he eats it?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. What are you trying to say, Tom?
I'm just saying, does a fish pee in the water?
Yeah.
All right. So why would you?
They have sex in the water too.
I'm right. I'm just saying. So just think about all that, and then you want to fry it up and eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Heck yeah.
That's like I don't see how people
Put a
eat
little
shrimp.
little lemon pepper on it and all that stuff, and butter, and
I'm good.
I love fish.
I just can't get over the smell. Maybe I just ain't had the right person cook me fish, I guess.
Oh man, jeez, I like fish. I mean, catfish. I like catfish. I mean, of course, I don't touch carp or anything, and I don't touch a bass.
We know you don't touch carp because
there we go.
You got
again. I did it.
You got to kiss carp to touch carp.
I can't stand you no more, man. Well, Brandon, my brother. Wow. Well, hold on. I think we got some questions here. We're all committed and passionately love the sport, and will pass on the knowledge to keep it going to someone willing to learn and keep the sport running. That's one of our teammates. Good call, Chris.
Hoorah, man. That's what I like to hear, man. Hoorah.
Hoorah. Like that. Hoorah. All right, man. Well, yeah.
We appreciate you, Brandon, taking the time out, man. Like
man,
you said,
thanks for
keep doing what you're doing, man. Trying to bridge the gap on your end, reach one, teach one.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so
just keep doing what you're doing, man. We're behind you.
Yeah, 100%.
We stand for what you stand for, and I mean that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Maybe the gap will never be able to be bridged like that, but
yeah,
it ain't. We got to start somewhere, or somebody has to start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Keep it going. So, all right, Brandon. Well, man, appreciate you on the show. Thanks again. Definitely want to hook up with you and talk more in the future, or even if you got any questions you want to ask me later on after the show, or hey, just shoot.
I got some questions for you, James, but we'll save that for another session or another time here. Thank you guys for having me aboard, man. It's been a privilege, and like I said, James, I can't believe you wanted me on this show. I have a lot of haters right now, but hate will go away, and when that goes away, people will open up and start listening a little bit better. It takes one angle at a time, guys. Semper Carpi, love you guys, man. Thank you for your support.
Yeah,
all right. Appreciate you, man.
Brother.
Thank you.
All right, guys, have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye. I don't see why everybody want to sit there and talk shit and hate on him like that. You know what I mean? When he's just trying to, do what's best for him and everything like that, man.
Yeah. It is. What do you do? But yeah, man, that was a good show.
Yeah, it was a great show.
Good show, man. A lot of good inputs. Brandon's very, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Heck, you hear about his tackle tart? What he's talking about, man?
His setup is top of the line.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I mean, he said it's his setup's $5,000.
Yeah, so
and he's probably got more stuff. That's just a setup. That's not including. He might have some backup stuff and stuff. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, very, very educational. Just the whole situation, talking and.
I would have left the post up. I would. You know, but I guess his sponsors and stuff like that.
But I'm sure who wants to listen to negativity too.
I mean, but you got to take the good with the bad. You do.
You do.
I guarantee you, all the
There's enough negativity out there.
I mean, like I said, it's going to be no matter what you do, or whether you're right or whether you're wrong. You know what I mean?
Right.
And no matter, like I said, if you're right, people still going to call you wrong.
Isn't it?
And then if you're,
well,
I don't know.
Go ahead with your speech.
My speech?
Yeah.
I pledge allegiance to the flag.
That's a pledge.
United States of America.
That's a pledge.
I know. Man, everybody stay tuned.
We don't know who our next guest is going to be yet. You
guys want to see somebody on the show? Maybe send us a couple suggestions on who you want to see on the show. Maybe somebody local. Let's do a couple of local people. Some of our guys.
Somebody local.
Not El Loco.
El Loco. Who do we got that's Loco?
Here soon we're gonna be doing. We're gonna do a couple things different here in the next month.
Yeah.
It'll probably be about a month. We're gonna go to a couple bait shop.
Well, I mean that. I thought that would do a podcast over there, just live videos. You know.
Yeah,
like,
just go over there and just go live and just
show
have
their
a conversation.
certain bait shops that sell carp. You know.
I think we should. Honestly, I think we should. You know, if it'd take us 5 weeks, maybe. You know, if we go to all of them.
Yeah.
If we go to Adams Outdoors, Naptown Bait and Tackle.
Yeah.
The Barber Shop. And then Indie Bait and Tackle.
Yeah, Indie Bait and Tackle. Yeah.
Because that's our main bait and tackle source right
Those are our 4 main ones around here.
Going and doing a walkthrough through their bait shops, just to show that no matter what side of town you go to,
yeah,
they got you covered on all angles, whether it's carp, catfish, bass.
I would like to do that. Go to certain bait shops and just to go live on each store. Bait shop and those carp.
Interview everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That way,
try to
give you a little bit better idea of.
Yeah.
I guess what they are, or where they're at, what's the end goal, or if there is an end goal, just maybe to pass it down to the grandkids or whatever it may be.
But yeah, well,
always practice good carp care.
Always
shout out all the sponsors. All the teammate sponsors. We got a lot of teammates, and they all got different sponsors.
Shout out to carpangler.com.
Yep. Shout out to Mike Thornburg, Big Money Beepers. We appreciate everybody that helps and supports us. Yeah. I wish that a lot more of our local people would help support us a little bit more. Yeah. And it don't have to be money.
Right.
Because we don't never just ask anybody for money. We just always ask for a little bit of help. So I'm surprised more of our local people ain't helping. Like we're getting more help from people. And I'm serious. More people than in other states and everything. More than anything.
Doing something right.
I mean, like I said, everybody's got their own opinion.
Yeah, they just see us all the time around here, I guess.
But we should have all kinds of banners up here.
Yeah, we'll get there. And that's it.
March Madness tournament.
Oh yeah, you can't advertise. It's already booked now.
Yeah. Well, no, it is what it is.
Yeah. If anybody got any tournaments out there that you guys want to,
I think there is just. There may be a tournament Saturday.
Here.
Or at Highway Springs.
Okay.
For a lot of the guys, I don't know what they agreed upon. I think they posted it like 170 all in. For the people that I guess didn't make the cut of the list.
Oh, they didn't make the list.
So be watching for that. I'm sure it'll probably be posted in the next day or two on the official date and everything like that. Or it may be if somebody already knows they post it, because I haven't seen it. You can put it in the comments. That way people can know what to do this weekend when it comes to wanting to fish on Sunday.
Yeah.
But
that's it.
Yeah. Tight lines, wet nets, everybody, and we'll see you
later, guys.
Later.
Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys.